Man. Alright, first of all, let me just point out the lighting. The lighting, yeah, let's avoid the elephant in the room being this PC which exists behind me. Doesn't this look like a late night talk show? Like I could just soothingly speak harmonic melodies into your ear. Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. The fact that this happened. I got the PC. First of all, let's just throw that out there. All right, the PC. No, it's here. It exists. I'll put some pictures up. It's amazing. I had to build it myself. It was the very first time I've ever built a PC. The experience in building that. I was planning on recording the whole thing, but I was under the impression. Basically, I underestimated the whole process. I give a lot of credit to people who build PCs, but again. You know, you might make fun of me or whatever, but this was my very first PC that I've ever even attempted to build, and I was expecting like a maybe 2-hour, 3-hour tops process. Ended up being like a 6 to 7 hour process over the course of like 3.5 nights, where I would just like work for 2 hours and then I'd be like, fuck, I need to stop, because I've been working like crazy hours at the day job, so I only had like a window of time to like come home and like work on building the PC. So I would get like 2 hours every here and there after I would get home, and then it took a long time, and there was a lot of mistakes, trial and error. Not like, thank God, no jarring mistakes, but there was a lot of just, I was afraid to do a lot of things. I was like, oh my God, if I press this wrong, this might break, you know, just a lot of stuff like that. So that whole process was, I didn't know what to expect. Legos did not prepare me for that shit, not in the least. But I finally managed to get it assembled. It was actually not until this morning, the morning that I'm recording this video, that I managed to finally like get a display on a monitor and like not record. I had some trouble with the fans for a little bit, and then I got the fans going, and then everything just fell into place, and it just was like this crazy feeling. It's still kind of a surreal feeling, like using the PC. I rendered one video that you guys probably already saw, that Xenoverse video with Majin King, and that was, it was crazy, because that would normally, that video, you can watch it, it was like a 15-minute video. That used to be like a maybe 7-hour render time, and I think it took me maybe like 20 minutes to render that. And that just goes to show you, I know you might be like, oh my God, that used to take 7 hours. That's how bad my old PC was. It was super outdated. I just didn't have, I couldn't get a new PC, okay? I could not. And I know I said thank you like millions and millions of times, you know, during the stream. And speaking of the stream, like, the stream, dude, like, shout out to Afro, huge shout out to Afro, and huge shout out to Thunder, who picked the stream up after Afro got bubble guts because he ate some shit, and I guess it did not sit well. Like, okay, first of all, no experience on my part for streaming, like, at all, other than the Bandai things, which obviously I didn't really, you know, I'm just sitting there and I'm doing whatever the fuck, you know, and then they're taking care of all the technical side of it. But in terms of like being a part of like an authentic, I call it an authentic, like just a normal human being stream, like not some shit like that. Like, that was my first time, and we played Friday, and it was my first time playing Friday. It was, you know, it was weird not to be playing Xenoverse in front of people, but it was definitely a game I did not do extremely well in, but it was still, like, just the stream was a really, really good time. It was an amazing time. Again, I'm all over the place. This is completely unscripted, obviously, like all of my videos, and I'm just kind of like going off the top of the dome and a little bit from the pot. But basically, if you didn't see the stream or you don't even know what I'm talking about, Afro Senju, a lot of you guys probably know him, decided to kind of host a stream promoting a GoFundMe for me to get my PC in the first place. And it was to help because he knew I was kind of like in a tight spot. You know, man, it's just weird to say that because I'm an extremely prideful person, if you haven't been able to tell already. But it took a lot for me to just even ask. Like, I was contemplating it for a long time, but I always just wanted to kind of figure it out myself, you know what I mean? But I don't know, long story short, Afro put on the stream, and it was amazing. There was just crazy donators. Matter of fact, I got a bunch of people I need to shout out. the MVPs. I'm gonna shout out everybody who donated. I'm not gonna say their last names just in case they want that confidential. I'm just gonna say their first names, and I guess they'll know who they are, unless it's an obvious alias.
Kevin, William, Luis, Almir, Kingsley.
Thundershot. Thundershot had I gotta read his comment.
Deion, aka SeeReax, needs a baller PC to make new hip AMVs. Oh, hip new AMVs with.
Yeah, shout out to Thunder. I got more thank yous for Thunder later.
Julian, Naruto the Super Sage, KF Mag, William, Jacob, Brendan, Charles, Abu, Gustavo, Pedro.
The Completionist, Kyle, Apom, Nitro. Nitro throughout like in a huge extended period of time, like was just astonishing everybody on the stream because we were just like, you know, casually playing, and then every second we looked up, Nitro would just be throwing like some more into support. June, Oliver, Nameless Sage. I know Nameless Sage appears a lot. Naruto the Super Sage, Cliff, Allen, Paul, and there was a few people I know for sure. Nameless Sage, Naruto the Super Sage. Those two might be the same person, I don't know. Kyle, Dino, obviously, I'm not gonna, Dino is really weird. It's a slippery slope when you try to thank Dino, Rhyme Style, for you guys who didn't know, for anything, and what I mean by that is, if you try to make a nice gesture towards him, he will somehow turn it into a your mom joke. And like, it doesn't matter. Like, I tried to support this man. He said he was sick, and I tried to say something nice to him, and this man really brought my mom into the equation. I don't know. That's just his nature. But all shit aside, like Dino, Kagi, Afro, Thunder, Toasty is the one who put the PC together. Like, I've never built a PC before, and Toasty like showed me all the parts that I need to get. Like, he made the entire list, the specs, went over everything with me. He was there throughout the entire stream. Just anyone in that stream, I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone in the squad, but just the squad period, man. Lotus was in the stream the whole time. He blew a 3-1 lead. Shout out to Lotus. But on Thunder stream, just anybody watching this video who legitimately like supports what I do. I'm not gonna go into crazy detail, but life happens like very fucking, life can get heavy, we'll just put it like that. You know, when you have to balance so much, and so much is happening at once, sometimes it you know, there's difficult times, you know what I mean? You know, I was trucking through it, but eventually it started to feel like the weight was getting a little too much, if that makes any sense. And I don't mean that in like some crazy way. I mean that in like the sense of like everything that's happening outside of YouTube was slowly, like, normally I could always find that balance, you know what I mean? I could always find the time to do YouTube. Like, even when it was like a tiny bit of time, I could find that time and I could capitalize. But as life progressed and things continued to happen, whether it be the day job, whether it be family, whether it be just whatever it may be, like, those things become priorities and they become heavy. And you know, as you guys saw, it wasn't that long ago, maybe a month or two ago, a little bit before my daughter was born, and it was because of a multitude of things. It wasn't just my daughter being born, the upcoming at the time daughter being born, but I had like anxiety, like an anxiety attack. Like it was heavy. Basically, I've gone through a lot in these last few months, and it was starting to kind of feel like my priorities were getting so heavy that like this thing that I've always had, this YouTube thing that I've been doing since I was a kid, because even before this channel I always had the AMV channel, and that just goes to show you, like, I didn't get paid a dime for making AMVs, like, not at all, but I did it because I was passionate about it. I love to see the response of people, the comments. Like, it's just what I enjoyed to do and I've always done. So when life got to a point or when it reached a point where I couldn't, I guess, I couldn't do YouTube, really. Like, it literally came to that not too long ago, and you kind of feel, I don't know exactly what it was. You know, you can't really always identify what causes what, but, you know, again, I don't know where I'm going with this, man, but let's just say things were rough. I know this video is a bit longer than I was even expecting it to be. But when you go through all those rough patches and then you finally reach a point where something like really good happens, like, you know, something just there's absolutely nothing to really stress about, it's amazing. Like, and the PC is one of those things. Like, it's one, I'm not gonna say like the PC is the only bright thing, and because obviously my daughter being born, that was like this amazing, tremendous experience that cannot be replicated. But this PC is like, obviously to a lesser degree, but to still a substantially high degree, it just shows me so much. Like, it almost reignites a flame within myself to know that as a content creator, to know that there's people who are that passionate about what I do. There's people who watched the entire stream, and that was an extremely long stream. They watched all of Afro's and then they switched over to Thunder's, and just to know that those people exist, like, even if there was just one person or two people like that I can, I guess, grant the feeling of happiness. Like, you can click my video and I can make you laugh or chuckle at least once. If I can do that, then in a way I feel like I'm helping prevent people from kind of going through what I went through in terms of like this anxiety, because I was just letting all the pressures get to me, and like, basically all I needed and all I've been doing, and like I've been fine, is finding moments to just enjoy my own time, you know what I mean? And if my YouTube videos can do that for anybody at all, then it's something that I am passionate about, and I should be passionate about, and it feels completely validated because of it. It's just, I don't know, all the donators, and then again the squad, man, like those dudes are like, it's weird to say it, but they're like brothers. Like, it's really like people ask, they literally ask like, oh dang, how can I sign up for the squad? It's not something I'm just gonna say, and I know it's weird and elusive to even call it the squad, but that's just what it's called. You don't sign up for it. It's just people who legitimately care about each other. Like, we'll talk shit all day. I might piss Endacoob off sometimes, or Dino off sometimes, like if we get in arguments on Twitter about some stupid thing gaming related, about something being cheese or whatever it may be, just dumb stuff like that, like, you know, your mom jokes, whatever. At the end of the day, like, that's a group of content creators who just legitimately have each other's backs, and we want to see, you know, each other thrive, and just to receive that type of, I guess, you know, compassion, I guess is the best word for it, from everybody who just legitimately wanted to see me do well, and they still want to see me do well. It's almost like, and you know I had to make a Dragon Ball reference, it's almost like my hands went up. I feel like it becomes cheesy when you start bringing Dragon Ball into the equation, man, but this video could be long, man. I mean, it's already long. What am I talking about? This is a long video. But there's so much I feel like I have to say. Again, like I said, it's more than just the PC. It's not just the PC. It's everything. It's everything the PC embodies and means. The PC is literally a shrine of, I can look at the PC and always see my audience, you know what I mean? Like, I can always see not only my audience, but I can always see that, I can see support. I can see people want to see me do well. And that's why there's no excuse for me not to do daily videos. There's none. And I know a lot of people like to jump to, you know, the whole, like, they like to thank you, but they like to defend me a lot. And what I mean by that is, like, if I don't post daily, you guys are very understanding. I say them, but it's you guys. You guys are very understanding, and it's a me thing. Like, you may not have to expect me to do dailies, and there might be some days that I slip, but I'm holding myself to a standard of daily videos because I feel like I owe that to, even if it's not to everybody, I owe that to every single person who truly desires my content, all right? So even if it's videos where it's just like this, like me talking, I want to be able to give that to you, or if it's just a video of whatever it may be, it might not even be Dragon Ball related, because in the future, I honestly don't foresee myself being, and this might be a shell shock for some people, but I'm a very creative individual. I don't think I will always be just doing, Dragon Ball will always be the primary thing, but there's gonna be other stuff, and I don't even mean just like anime, like I just mean like other stuff. Like, I just might have a random creative idea, I might have a social idea, I might have I might have thoughts on something going on in the world, like just anything, I don't know. But I want to give you guys content. I feel like that's the very least I could do, and I fought back a couple times, but just thank you. I mean, I truly, and I know people just say this, people just like, oh, I love my subs, or I love, you know, my audience, but basically it might sound cliche, but I truly, just on a broad spectrum, love the people who love my content. Sometimes I feel like I lose sight of how many people are really watching, because there's even times that, like, I see a video and, like, I might be used to getting 2K likes per video, and again, this has a point, and then, like, I'll get like 600 likes on a video, or like 1,000, you know, maybe even like 200, like, and then in my head, again, I've been brainwashed to think this, and I think it's something that a lot of YouTubers don't really think about, but even if it's just 10, even if you just have 10 or 2 or 1 like, those are human beings, like, equivalent to you. Those are human beings who enjoyed your content. Like, even if it's just one person. Can you imagine if one person just walked up to you and said, I love that video that you just did? Obviously it becomes a lot more real if you see them in person, but that's what a like is. Like, so when you think about that, like how you would feel if one person said that, and now you multiply that by hundreds, and you literally have an audience. Like, if you could visualize, even if it's 200 people, 1,000 people standing right there and saying that they're enjoying something that you created, that is all the motivation I need in the world. That is all the motivation I need in the world. This video is really dragged on, I know, but again, this is just how I feel. Leave a like, I guess. Speaking of likes, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even gonna tell you guys to comment. I mean, comment if you want, but I'm just extremely thankful, man. Fuck. I'm not gonna. Thank you guys so much, man. I can't wait to show you guys what I am capable of. In terms of consistency, a lot of people think I'm just gonna drop like a full feature film or some shit. And what I mean by that is people think that, like, the quality of my videos are gonna get better, obviously, like just literally the visual quality, because I can render at higher qualities and FPS and stuff. But like, the big thing with this PC is consistency for me. I feel like I've always kind of elevated my quality or held myself to a decently high standard. So hopefully I can just retain that. But I plan on continuing to improve. I plan on being the best. I want to be your favorite YouTuber. Not really. Yeah, really. I mean, that'd be cool. screw it, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching any video. If you're subscribed and you click this, if you're not subscribed and you click this, the fact that you spent this amount of time with me, it truly, it resonates with me. And I just want you guys to know I don't take it for granted. And I want to see where this goes in the future. Maybe we'll look back on this video one day and laugh. I guess we'll have to wait and see. A lot of big goals and aspirations for YouTube in general. This becomes 10 times simpler. The next cinder block that I guess metaphorically is attached to me is the fact that I can't commit all of my time to this, and I'm not gonna go into details of what that means, but you know what that means. Maybe if you don't, you'll understand at some point. I don't know why I put my sunglasses on, but thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I truly, sincerely love you. Come on, bring it in. I'm gonna keep these glasses on, man. It's super late. I gotta work in like 6 hours, by the way. Just wanted you guys to know that, you know, gotta work in 6 hours. 10-hour shift, and I'm probably gonna edit this video before I go to sleep, so I might get a few hours. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. With that, I just have 2 more words to say. Just subscribe.